Hi guys, I hope you're all doing well. I'm Uncle Eric, your science facilitator. I welcome you once again to OK Academy's e-learning program. Alright, in today's lesson we are going to treat respiratory system of humans. Our subtopic will be respiration. I know you've been wondering why you keep breathing day in, day out without stopping. That is because you need to breathe in oxygen just to help you break down certain food substances in you to release the energy you need to grow, to reproduce, and to do all the various life activities any living organism must go through. What at all is respiration? That will be the first thing we are going to treat. Respiration is the process by which food substances like glucose is broken down to release energy with or without oxygen. I repeat, respiration is the process by which food substances like glucose is broken down to release energy with or without oxygen. Now let us look at the chemical equation for respiration. Here you see C6H12O6 added to 6 atoms of oxygen. O2 means oxygen. Take note of that. C6H12O6 means glucose. These are the materials needed for respiration. In other words, what we are trying to inform you about is that for us to undergo respiration, there should be a combination of certain food substances like glucose as well as the oxygen blending up just to help you release the energy you need. So these are the raw materials coming together. First glucose, secondly oxygen. Now after these raw materials have come together, we will then arrive at 6 atoms of carbon dioxide plus 6 atoms of water, and lastly energy. Now remember that these two substances are byproducts, meaning they are products that are not needed by the body, therefore they will be disposed of. But then the main product needed is energy. So note, these are end products, but then carbon dioxide and water are byproducts, and energy is the main product needed. Now, why must living things undergo respiration? 1. Cells of the body will not get energy for cellular activities like reproduction and growth. What we are trying to drive at is that without respiration, the cells in our body will not be able to undergo certain activities that will help us grow, that will help us reproduce, and do all the various life activities as living things. All right? Secondly, all the cells in the body will die. Just try to stop breathing for about 2 hours and see what will happen. Will you still survive? I don't think so. All because the cells in our body need the energy that will be derived after respiration in order to survive. Lastly, chemical energy will not be available to the cells. You know, the cells need chemical energy in order to work appropriately. And without respiration, this chemical energy we are talking about will not be available to the cells. And therefore, is going to affect the entire body. Now let us look at some organisms and some respiratory organs they have just to help them break down food substances in order to release energy. Now let me ask you, as human, what is your main respiratory organ? You are right, it is the lung. So here are some organisms and their respiratory organs that play a major role in respiration. First, we will look at mammals. When we talk about mammals, examples being human, just like you and I, lion, dog, all of them have lungs just to help them respirate. Fishes like tilapia also have gills just to help them respirate. Insects like mosquito and cockroach also have trachea to help them in respiration. Spider and scorpion book lungs. You see, this is one of my favorite respiratory organs, book lungs. Reptiles like crocodile and lizard, they also make use of their lungs. Amphibians, when we talk about amphibians, they can live in water and also on land. Like frog and toad, also need their skin. Aside that, lungs, and then buccal cavity. Buccal cavity is related to the mouth, all right? Take note of that. Earthworm also needs its skin in order to respirate. Birds also need their air sacs and lungs. These are just a few organisms that have been listed. Now let us look at some of the characteristics of respiratory organs. When we take them, they all have certain characteristics that make them unique from any other organ. One, they have very thin walls. If you look closely at any respiratory organ, you realize that its wall is very, very thin. For instance, the lungs. It has a very thin wall. Not only that, they have large surface area. This is there to help them respirate properly or in the exchange of gases. They have large surface area just to help in the exchange of gases. They also have moist surfaces. Moist is also termed as wet, all right? Meaning a bit of fluid is found on their surfaces. They are highly vascularized. I repeat, they are highly vascularized. Please don't be confused with this word. It's very simple and easy. What we mean by this is that they are richly supplied by blood vessels, meaning there are lots and lots of blood vessels connected to these respiratory organs. All right? And that's how come we had this. They are highly vascularized. So if you forget this, you can still write that they are richly supplied with blood vessels. All right? Good. Now, to end our lesson, we are going to look at some of the organs of the human respiratory system. First, we shall talk about the nostril, which is also known as nasal cavity, because they are really linked or interrelated, all right? Pharynx, also referred to as throat. Larynx, also referred to as voice box. trachea, also referred to as windpipe. We also have bronchi. Its singular form is bronchus. Bronchioles, alveoli, its singular form is alveolus. Bronchioles, its singular form is bronchiole. Now, these three are found in the lungs. That's how come you see this symbol. All right? Aside these respiratory organs, we shall talk about other organs that play a major role in respiration. This brings us to the end of the lesson on respiration. Stay safe and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.